trying this out. Hello everyone and welcome to the Aries Moon Girl channel. This is another Superpower Sunday. I hope someone is there and not everyone is out celebrating with their mothers. I know in the US it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And also in many other Western European countries. Just here in the UK it's not, and also in my native country in Romania it's not really, although I called my mother and congratulated her. Yeah, so let's get into this. The superpower for today is a very special superpower, and that is the Scorpio Sun superpower. First of all, there is a live chat, so if anyone is joining, you guys can say hello and I'll answer all of your questions. But before starting with questions, I'll just start to get into this and why I chose to do this superpower for today, and why I believe the Scorpios have a superpower. First of all, a lot of people on this channel are Scorpios. A lot of people that have viewed my videos are Scorpios, and I'm very, very thankful. I've received a lot of support, and I've received also a lot of good feedback to my Scorpio video. You can see it. There's a link to it in case you would like to see it. My 5 reasons why everyone needs a Scorpio in their life. And I received a lot of good feedback, and many people told me that they felt understood. And like with Capricorns, I was flattered by this. I was flattered even more when it comes from Scorpios, because Scorpios are considered to be a sign not so easy to understand. And many times I believe that people just give them a more mysterious aura because they just don't want to go in that deep in order to interpret what a Scorpio is all about. So, about me, maybe it's relevant for all the Scorpios that will be watching this to know that, and are into astrology, to know that I'm a Scorpio South Node in the 8th house, and I also have Pluto there, and I also have Saturn there. So I have this kind of like, I know what Scorpio is all about. It's kind of this past life experience. I get it very well. I understand it very well. I think I had more. Hi, all the lovely Scorpios are there. Thank you. Thanks so much. Looking cute. I dressed in black to appeal to the Scorpio style. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I was saying that I kind of know what Scorpio is all about, and having Pluto there in the 8th house, and having Saturn there, and having the South Node, I feel like in another life I was a Scorpio magician or witch. And now I'm not allowed to use this power anymore, but this is our big secret that I kind of still know, kind of still sense it there in the background, and kind of still can tap into it from time to time. I hope going on in life it won't disappear, because it's a really beautiful trait to have, the Scorpio trait. You like black, okay. I guess so. I have a few Scorpio friends that like black. Yeah, so going into this, I will be talking about the Scorpio. You're a Scorpio and your Mercury is in Scorpio. My husband's Mercury and Venus is in Scorpio. Born on Halloween. I had a few friends that were born on Halloween, a few work colleagues. But witch, yeah, I've been called a witch. I'm also a 12th house Pisces sun, so I've been called a witch a lot. And this, what I'm doing now for many of my friends, is considered witchcraft. Yeah, so, okay, going into this. My husband is also present. I just mentioned him, so he also had to comment. Yeah, so going into the Scorpio superpower, and I will try to be a bit more serious for it. the Scorpio superpower is actually compassion. And I'm going to talk a bit about all the water signs. So what are we water signs all about? What's the deal with us? We are actually very misunderstood, very mysterious, very much criticized. At least Scorpio, in my opinion, gets a lot of respect because Scorpio is seen as strong, but usually water signs are seen as too emotional, too hard to understand, or moody, or vengeful, or wishy-washy, or all of this, because this is what people say about emotions, because so many people are so uncomfortable with their emotions. And water signs represent emotions. This is why we came on this earth for. Our main quality is to sense emotions and to crave emotions and to live in this emotional world. We cannot help it, not even Scorpios. Scorpios feel as much as any other sign. So this is, I'm sorry guys to tell this secret to everyone, but you guys feel as much as we Pisces feel, and as much as Cancers also feel. Even if you seem harder, or you seem to have things a lot more under control. So because we are so emotional, because water signs are so emotional, each water sign has a different way of dealing with it. Cancer deals with it in a very cardinal way. It's going out there, living the emotion, and reacting right away. That's why you get a lot of mood swings, because they react very fast. Pisces escapes it, so they go out into a world where they kind of are detached from emotion. And Scorpio, because it is a fixed sign, fixed signs are all about integrity. So integrity of thought in case of Aquarius, integrity of the material world, of your goods for Taurus, and for Scorpio it has to do with integrity of emotion, in my point of view. So Scorpios feel all these strong emotion, but what they don't want to happen is for that emotion to get out of control. They want to keep it in a safe place. They know it's like, they see emotion, or you guys see emotion more like a bomb that can explode. And this is what emotion can be, indeed. And beyond the fact that you see it like a bomb, you also are trying to protect yourself from the world. We all water signs are trying to protect ourselves in a way. But what happens if you keep all that emotion in? What happens if you keep it integrally into yourself? Well, at one point, you first of all get to know yourself a lot. Even if it's just on an emotional level, you don't get to know yourself necessarily logically, but you get to feel it all a lot more intensively. If you're not letting it out, it's kind of imploding in there, and you feel it a lot more intensely. And then on the other side, you sometimes feel like, okay, I cannot let this out. It will get out of control if I'm letting it out. And you guys, because you are ruled by Mars and Pluto, beyond the fact that you want to keep it under control, you also want to get a bunch of things done. You are go-getters. You are people that achieve a lot of things. So if you were to walk with your heart outside and show it to everyone, you would lose from your power. And somehow you know this, and everything that you do is somehow to guard that power and guard yourself on the inside. But the truth is about Scorpios, and all the Scorpios that I have met until now, the myth about the cruelty and the myth about Scorpios being mean it's a big lie. Because Scorpios are extremely compassionate. Scorpios are emotional and crave love more than anything, crave emotional closeness more than anything. And this is what they usually work towards. They work towards getting to a safe place in their life where they can release that emotion. This is where the idea with sex also came from, because that is a moment where you can have that very deep heart to heart felt intense experience that takes it all in. Because a Scorpio in love wants your beauty, wants your ugly, wants your good, wants your bad, wants your highs, wants your lows. A Scorpio is aware that love is highs and lows, is that emotion of extreme joy that has a dark side. Everything has a counterpart to it. Everything has a dark side to it. And the Scorpio is aware that in a love that it's all surrounding, where you have to give of yourself enormously, you have to give everything, the good, the bad, and this is what the partner also gives you, and what you usually want from a partner. It's just that many times to get into the situation, you have to have an extreme courage to put yourself in a vulnerable situation, and many times you will still do everything you can to prevent putting yourself in a vulnerable state. But love cannot be hidden, and usually Scorpios in a love relationship will show you the extreme love and will show you the extreme darkness, will show you, because the more close they get to you, the more all this emotion is unbottled, and it's all surrounding. A Scorpio loving you is such a powerful experience, and that's why usually people love Scorpios and are so fascinated with them, and they consider them so mysterious, because that experience, to feel so much, to feel the highs, to feel the low, to feel it so intensely, it's a gift, because we walk around and we say we're scared of Scorpios, and we walk around in our very superficial layer of living, where we pretend that things are good, and it all bottles up inside, and it's darkness, and it's pressing on us, but we never look in there. The true courage comes from a Scorpio that dares to look in there. And because the Scorpio looks in their own heart so deep, and they can look through others also so deep, they know that nothing is superficial, and they know that there's a lot more to life and to our existence than what we see to the surface. I said in my other video, I really consider that the Scorpio is the least superficial sign that exists out there. There's not a superficial bone in a true blood Scorpio, because Scorpios see beneath, they see in that core. And if you think, that core is something that we all have. So before I'm looking at oh, nice comments. Yeah, I wanted to say that dark core is it's something that everyone has, because if you think of, I'm going to give you a metaphor, but what's the natural state? Night is the natural state. The sun comes and shines its light on us, and we're blessed with it. But our natural state in which we would live on earth without the sun, it would be night. So we all have that dark side. We can come and enjoy the day because we had the night. But you need to learn to appreciate the night. You need to learn to experience it. You need to learn to experience your existence. And for this, you need to go deep within yourself. And this is what Scorpios are usually all about. Okay. Because I jumped into this and I wanted to show you guys a few stars that are Scorpios, you probably know them already, so I'll go very fast through it. But it's a very nice list, and it's an exceptional group of people. actors mostly, so Leonardo DiCaprio, Katy Perry, Jodie Foster, which I find a very, very intriguing, interesting Scorpio, Hillary Clinton, Julia Roberts, Bill Gates, Sophie Marceau, Grace Kelly, Demi Moore, a lot of fascinating women, a lot of uh, magnetic, fascinating women and men. Ryan Gosling is actually is my favorite actor in the whole world. So yeah, Drake, Picasso. Picasso is another great example of what Scorpio genius can do, and what and of that water creativity and passion that's within a Scorpio. And when it comes to life, when it comes to the outside, when it finally reaches you, that's a blessing. That's the blessing with the Scorpios, when they unleash it and let it outside. So this is what happened with Picasso. Then Alain Delon, Björk, Gerald Butler, Joaquin Phoenix, Charles Manson, Kendall Jenner, and so on, because I could really go on for hours. But because I talked about Picasso, and because I wanted to give you another layer about Scorpios, that is the layer of Mars. I am a very martial person myself. I have a lot of Aries in my first house, and then I have this Scorpio placement, so I get Mars also as well. So Mars is extremely ambitious, and Pluto is a survival and a transformer, and moves and shakes things. So I showed you a great list of actors, and they reached these highs because they are true fighters. And I gave you the example of in my other video about Scorpios, I gave the example of Aries being a boxer or a street fighter, and a Scorpio being a martial arts specialist. And this is what Scorpio does. They with the patience of water, they achieve the fight, the victory, the goals of Mars. And Picasso said in one of his quotes, "My mother said to me, if you're a soldier, you will become a general. If you're a monk, you will become the Pope. Instead, I was a painter and became Picasso." That is good confidence to have in yourself, but it's also very true. You know that you can accomplish a lot of things. And yeah, it was Hillary Clinton was also in the beginning, but I'm happy I missed her. Yeah, so going back to Picasso and going back to Mars, the idea is, you know, you can accomplish a lot of things. You know, you have the power to do it. At the same time, it's like you have this water vulnerability that you go around with. You're not like Aries that doesn't feel or sense anything around. So you sense injustice in the world. You sense when something is not going right. And then this is where the vindictiveness comes from. And I think actually every water sign has it. This is the truth. They just don't have Mars to actually make them do it. But get a Cancer upset, get a Pisces upset, and they will have the same reaction. Because in our emotions, water signs, when we feel hurt, what we want to do is show the other how it feels as well. Is show the other how intense that hurt feels. And other times we just see so much injustice in the world that we want to fix it, and we want to, the people that are doing the injustice and creating so much harm, we want them to also kind of feel the pain that they are creating, because we feel it so intensely, and we hope that if they would feel it, they would stop it. And this is where I think vindictiveness comes in for a Scorpio as well. You have the superpower, so you're super martial arts fighter, and someone comes on and steps on your toes. You're trying to spread love and to be nice and all of this, and someone comes on and keeps on stepping and does a lot of stupid things, and you're like, okay, I'm because Scorpio don't always react immediately, or sometimes they react immediately and forget. So it's not. But you really need to push their buttons, and after you push their buttons a lot, they are like, okay, I'll find the right moment and I'll show you what this felt like. Because an Aries would be like, and start the fight right away, and they'll forget in 5 minutes. But the Scorpio is like, no, you'll learn a lesson from this. You'll learn a lesson, and you will not hurt me anymore, and you will not hurt someone else also, because I told you, like, I think usually water signs want to defend others and want to justice in the world and want others to not suffer. And Scorpio, because it has Mars, it's probably even more of a warrior and wants to really put its force to defend people, and this is what they usually use their force for. But if you look at, and also all the stars that I mentioned, most of them are involved in charity. Most of them are very well known for fighting for a cause. So they usually use their power, they concentrate it, and they put it to a good use. You won't find a Scorpio that really doesn't care about others and wants to reach his own selfish goals, and that is all. No, no, no. They usually do it for a good reason, but in the meantime, while you're stepping on your toes and while you are, another thing that Scorpio cannot stand is when you are not aware of what you are doing. When you are so unconscious, or it's like Virgo with stupidness, Scorpio with unconscious people. They also don't like that, and they don't like superficial people and things like that. So then they wake up, want to wake you out of it. But as I said, it's usually a great intention that is behind everything, and usually Scorpios have the best interest for the people close to them, for the people that they love, and also for a larger group of people. This is why they do charity, because they don't want suffering in the world. They absolutely don't. It's just in their battle, there will need to be some casualties at some point. Talking about them not standing people that don't have awareness. This is a good quote which I liked from Ryan Gosling, which I still love. I don't like to be entertaining. I don't like the feeling of being entertaining. If there was a musical or comedy that was not just for entertainment but was rooted in something I could relate to on a real level, then I think I would do it. And he did it. He did a lot of comedies as well, but always with a deeper meaning. Scorpios cannot stand superficial, let's just have fun type of things that have absolutely no depth in it. And in what they do, the things they do need to have a purpose and need to have a greater purpose and need to be rooted in something substantial. Usually fixed signs are about substantial things, and Scorpio is about depth of emotion, of purpose, of the cause, and this is what this quote actually kind of tells you as well. It's not about not having fun. You can have a lot of fun, but if I'm going to work, I'll put my work to the service of something that has also a deeper meaning. Another good example is Toby Foster, and I think this quote kind of talks for itself. I said she's an interesting Scorpio lady. I find her mysterious myself. I find her intriguing. And she says, being understood is not the most essential thing in life. And this is true. I had a great comment from someone on my channel on the video that I mentioned. Maybe that person is watching it now, and she told me, well, we don't want to seem that we're hard to be understood, but we want actually only those that put in the effort to understand us, to really understand us. And this was a lovely thing, and I could understand it also from myself, because if you're going to treat me superficially, if you're going to not put in the effort to get to know me, then I'm not just going to put myself on a plate out there for you. If you put in the effort to get to know a Scorpio, I believe that they will reveal their good sides to you a lot easier, and everything actually, you reveal their heart a lot easier. But if you're just working on a very superficial level, you won't get to that point. And I think that's why usually many Scorpios remain misunderstood. And one other great quote, which I think defines Scorpios, and it's from Martin Scorsese. It's, you've got to love something enough to kill it. And it's hard to interpret this, but all the Scorpios out there know what I'm talking about. You guys can can interpret it, and I get it. I get it on an emotional level. I'm trying with my yeah. I'm trying with my Pisces sun to just float around it, but I understand it, and I know there is levels to love, and there is a level to love where you can actually kill it. Or as Picasso also quoted again, he said, destruction is also a type of creativity, and that could also be so, because in the process of creating, you invoke something greater that can either produce or destroy, but it has the same force. That force that you use for one or the other is the same force, is the lighter side and the darker side. And the direction in which it goes, it depends on where you are at that moment. But from the darker side, really love can be associated with these feelings. Really love can destroy you. Really love can kill you, and creativity as well. So I find it a very powerful statement. And now I'm heading towards the end, and I'm going to finish this soon, but I found a lovely quote by Grace Kelly, who was a Scorpio sun and the Pisces moon. Lovely, wonderful, elegant. There are these Scorpio women out there that are so ravishingly beautiful and elegant that's impossible to believe. So and also so self-contained. There is that noble containing of your feelings, of your love. It's like it's a very elegant placement, especially for women. Sorry, guys, but I think being a Scorpio woman like really kicks ass out there. Okay, so this is. In case someone was wondering what it's like to be a Scorpio and what Scorpios want to have in life, and I think this is a good note to end on. And in my opinion, let me know if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, I think this describes very well what a Scorpio would want to be remembered for. She says, I would like to be remembered as someone who accomplished useful deeds and who was a kind and loving person. I would like to leave the memory of a human being with a correct attitude and who did her best to help others. This is the superpower of Scorpios. This last quote is how I see Scorpios as well. You guys can let me know if you think this is a good statement or not. But they love. They are love. Like all the water signs, Scorpios also represent love. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And if you are wondering what the mystery is behind a Scorpio, it is this powerful love, in good and in bad. Okay, so any other questions? If you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, Yeah, I love the Grace Kelly quote as well. I really did. If you guys have any other questions you would like to ask me now, still in the super chat. Otherwise, you can still leave me a comment, and I usually answer all the comments. Any things you would like to add, you can also add there. It was a pleasure having you here with me tonight. Although it was Mother's Day and probably other people had other plans, it was lovely. I love talking about Scorpios because I really feel engaged to the core. Some signs you just talk about from here, from Scorpio. I like that I can talk from here. And that's very important to me. Thank you. Thank you so much, and see you guys on the channel. Please write me below if you have any ideas of other videos that you would like me to do in the future, and I'll do them as fast as I can. And thank you so much for joining me. Bye bye.